What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Literally multitasking. Have a stream going on for eFootball. I was asked about this new update, which of course I went to the wrong website at first because, as usual, UFL doesn't make the announcement on their main channel or on their main website. They don't make the announcement on any of their social media pages. They have the CEO, Eugene Nashov, make the announcement under his name. No tie to UFL. If you don't know him, you would never know. You go, what are you talking? What is this about? Right? Imagine you don't. I don't even know any FC guys' names. I don't know any Konami people's names. But imagine if we did, and that person was the one making announcements. Right? It's almost like the person is trying to get attention off of the game, like they personally want attention instead of the game to have it, which is insane. But either way, that's how UFL rolls. They do some silly stuff, just like all these developers do. But he makes another big announcement, which is the first 5 run styles are coming to the game. Players' animations and their movement and dribbling will get more diverse and more responsive. The first batch of updates is on board for May 29th. Not to mention, they said that PC news is coming in June. Get ready for it. Get your skills, everything else ready. So I'm assuming there's some type of release coming for PC in June. That would only make sense, right? But you never know with UFL. You don't want to, say that's what's happening until they actually say it. Really, until they actually release it, because you never know. Here's what I'm going to say about UFL. Once again, if you've seen me play, I played Showdown recently. Dominated, released the new tactics to help the players still playing. But just like I said on there, and I want to be honest on here, adding run styles is not going to fix a game full of exploits. Adding run styles is not going to change the fact that the defense can't properly defend, that the L1R2 sprint, that the lob through ball that freezes defenders, that the corner glitch where you flick it on, everyone gets frozen and the attacking team gets a free goal, the fact that you can run to the sideline, drive across the middle now and defenders can't do anything. I mean, there's so many. You can run in circles until you get a finesse shot, preferably with like your Ronaldo. The fact that one-time shots and snapshots literally were the only way to score and still are your only chance. And they're not even guaranteed anymore because the goalies are so broken. So when you do play good football, for instance, I released the tactics, I released the 4-4-1-1 and the 4-2-2, dominate with them the whole time. But you can get 15 shots all robbed by the goalie. Your opponent goes down. There's one glitch, no matter what, you pick the glitch, and they win 1-0 on one shot. That's UFL right now. So run styles are the least of anybody's concern who truly want that game to be fun again. No one's going to go running around with Mbappe and go, man, this animation with how Mbappe runs is great. Now when I, L1R2 sprint with him around everybody, he looks more realistic. Nobody's saying that. Not to mention, this is just another sad attempt to copy off of FC. Think about it. That's one of their biggest things. The run styles, the builds, right? The player builds, the different releases that FC has done. In one way or another, UFL essentially copies off of FC, which isn't good. To go down that route is not good. They've taken 0 from eFootball, essentially. Unless, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Leave in the comments if you think they've taken something from eFootball. But clearly they're trying to be a copycat of FC, and they're just a lower version of it, right? They don't have any legends. They tease that. That's nowhere to be found, right? They haven't fixed any of these glitches when they said, guys, we're going to stay in tune with the player base. We're going to fix everything that needs to be fixed. You tell us, we fix it. They went that route trying to please everyone, and they just made their game worse and continue to make it worse. So, do I think these run styles will be quote-unquote worse for the game? I doubt it unless it unlocks some new bug, which wouldn't be surprising because that's what happens. But even if these run styles do make the players look better, look more realistic, get rid of some of the clunky, heavy, but in a bad way look, right? The players aren't heavy like realistic heavy. They're heavy like the mobility of them is not natural. It doesn't look anything like a realistic football or a football game. You'll never turn on UFL and for a split second think, oh, I thought that was a real game. You can do that in eFootball. You can do that in FC. Go watch some of those videos like that are playing in the background, some of the banners. We're talking about some of the players, the release of these new players. It looks realistic, right? FC at moments looks realistic. The pinging the ball around 1,000 miles in FC doesn't help. eFootball is the most realistic as far as like if you glance at it, the movement, the heaviness of the players, all that has a realism to it. UFL took none of that. So congratulations on the play style or the run styles, right? Congratulations on adding something to the game. However, it's not going to be enough to make the game worth playing. The bugs, all the nonsense are still there. All I'm seeing is a game full of developers that are incapable and a front office that's saying, guys, we need to recoup as much money as we can. We spent 8 years in development. Keep releasing these different skins. They're making us money. Let's see how much we can get. And then eventually they're going to have to close shop because there's no way that they're going to gain players with the way the game is right now. They're constantly losing more and more players, and it's not going to change because they added run styles. So the fact that that's what they're focused on shows me, because there's no doubt they know. Think about what they said. We're going to stay in tune with everyone. We're going to check everything. Think about all the responses you're seeing on social media from them, right? Which has gotten less because they realize like, oh crap, everyone's hating us. But the point is that you better believe they're in tune with what's going on and they simply just can't fix it. So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. The run style should be a cool addition, but it's not going to make the game playable. That being said, as always, keep grinding, keep having fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.